soy Patricia Gómez, bienvenidos. Hoy en Adelante, Miracle League es una organización que apoya a niños con necesidades especiales para que jueguen béisbol. También la representante de la Asamblea Estatal del Distrito 8, JoCasta Zamarripa, nos habla del panorama político que enfrentan los asuntos de los latinos en el Capitolio. Y Global Partners, Running Waters, continúa su labor de llevar agua y otras necesidades básicas a zonas con grandes carencias. Miracle League es una organización que apoya a niños con necesidades especiales para que puedan jugar béisbol en un campo especialmente diseñado para ellos. Alianza Latina, Aplicando Soluciones, tiene un equipo de niños llamado Los Gigantes. Nosotros les traemos esta historia inspiradora.
Este es el segundo año que Alianza participa con YMCA y en el equipo de los Giants. Es una buena oportunidad para los niños que estén en un grupo y que todos jueguen al mismo nivel y que todos los papás están aquí apoyándolos y también todos los voluntarios que están aquí también para ayudarles.
Jamie Malley.
Miracle League Milwaukee started in 2011 when they partnered with the YMCA of Metropolitan Milwaukee. They built the field here at the Northwest YMCA. Each year since 2011 we've had a season, so we're about halfway through our 5th season. I started with the program about 3 years ago. I started as a volunteer actually. And became so enamored and in love with the program that I actually started as a staff member for the YMCA. So since then, the league has helped a number of families throughout the Milwaukee community. Not only do we get these kids physically active, playing a game of baseball and also learning the skills needed to play baseball, but they're also interacting with other youth their same age, maybe in the same position.
Yo como siendo mamá de una niña con necesidades especiales, ella también está en el equipo y me gusta también que ella esté envuelta en grupos así, y yo también he visto otros papás en sus caras cuando el niño le pega la pelota y hace un home run, que empiezan a correr y es una alegría de ver que también los padres estén envueltos y que también miren esa alegría en sus niños que ellos están teniendo un buen tiempo.
Miracle League caters to all youth with any cognitive or physical disability. So whether the kids are in wheelchairs or up running around on their 2 own feet, we give everybody a chance to learn and play the game of baseball.
Cada niño tiene también su voluntario, su buddy. So ese buddy les ayuda a pegar la pelota, o si el niño le pega la pelota, les ayuda a que corran a las bases donde tienen que ir, o ayudarles también a recoger la pelota o aventarla. So hay mucha ayuda para los niños. Practican un poquito antes de empezar el juego, out in the field, pegándole a la pelota, jugando o nomás tirando la pelota. Hay niños que sí se ponen a jugar, hay otros niños que mejor se quedan sentados, pero tratamos de que se paren y estén en el field para que agarren un poquito más de confianza y calentamiento para que luego cuando empiece el juego a jugar.
So when we started, we had 4 teams with probably about 40 players or so. Look ahead now to where we're at in 2015. We have 8 teams. We have over 110 players. So each year, the league's gaining a little bit more momentum. Families are reaching out to their friends and family in the community, and the league has really grown organically since then.
El cambio que se mira en ellos, al principio están un poquito tímidos, no saben cómo jugar, pero ya después empiezan a saber que este es su equipo, este es su grupo, y ya andan más alegres, quieren participar, quieren pegarle a la pelota, quieren estar envueltos en el equipo. Yo creo que eso también les ayuda, no nomás para estar aquí en este grupo, en este equipo, pero puede ser que afuera en lo que son los equipos de la escuela o otros grupos en la comunidad.
Northwest YMCA has been around for about 15-20 years now, and it's a fully adaptive facility, as you can see. So not only is the field fully accessible, you can see the rubber field here, so wheelchairs and walkers can move around freely without the dirt or grass. It's also nice and soft, so if a player does dive for a ball, they're going to bounce right back up. We also have a fully adapted playground. Again, wheelchairs, walkers, everybody's able to go on it and move. The surface there is also very soft. And then lastly, we have a zero-depth pool. So again, fully handicap accessible. Each family or player that comes out has their own story to tell. But there's one family in particular, Mark Hamilton. He was a little older when he joined the league, and he had really had trouble fitting in with his little league or playing with the kids in his community. So he did the Miracle League for about 3 or 4 years. And after that, he's actually tried out for his local baseball team. He's made it with a handful of his friends in the community. So, you know, that's really a story that hits home. A player coming here that may have some trouble in his community, learns the game of baseball, learns some social skills as well, and he's able to make it to his little league or his program in his area. In their communities where they live, in their neighborhoods, they might not have an opportunity to go play baseball or interact with youth their same age. So here we really cater to them and whatever needs they might have, and we get youth active and moving and socializing together. It's great having Alianza out this year. They're fully committed to coming out each game day. They have their own bus and they bring their own fans and players out. It's really a fun atmosphere when they're here. The players have stepped into the league and done a great job. They're running the bases full speed. They're hitting the ball pretty well, and they're interacting with their volunteers and the other teams very well also. So they've been a joy to have, and we hope to see them coming out into the future.
Y para estar en este equipo es cada año que se hace. En cuanto James me manda el email diciendo que ya están listos para traer a nuevos integrantes en el juego, estamos enviando los flyers, llamándoles a las familias para dejarles saber que estamos listos otra vez para otro juego del año, y así es como se pueden involucrar con el equipo de los Giants.
I want to say thank you to Alianza for coming out this year. Not only are they helping this program grow, they're spreading the word in their community, and they're making the atmosphere here significantly better.
Es una buena oportunidad para todos los niños que tienen necesidades especiales y venir y jugar. Y hay niños también que, aunque no se les mira la necesidad en lo físico, pero estamos todos aquí como un equipo, como en familia, y tenemos un buen tiempo.
En este tipo de juego, el marcador final no es importante. Es la alegría de los niños y de sus padres lo que cambia la visión acerca de la vida. Si usted conoce a una familia que necesite información sobre este tema, comuníquese con Alas.
Día de Todos los Santos, el 1 de noviembre. En este día se celebra la fiesta de todos los santos que tuvieron una vida ejemplar, así como también de los niños difuntos. Dentro de las tradiciones se acostumbra a crear altares a los niños difuntos, ya sea dentro de las casas o sobre las lápidas en los cementerios. Las lápidas son adornadas con papel de muchos colores y también con flores. Si el altar es para un niño, se le ponen juguetes como carritos, muñecas y dulces. Día de los Muertos, el 2 de noviembre. En este día se celebra la máxima festividad de los muertos. Para otras, la celebración representa un rito que comienza desde la madrugada. No obstante, estas costumbres del Día de los Muertos seguirán de generación en generación.
JoCasta Zamarripa es la primera mujer latina que obtuvo una representación estatal en Wisconsin. JoCasta aceptó nuestra invitación para hablarnos del panorama político del Capitolio en relación con asuntos que enfrentan los latinos. JoCasta, thanks for being with us on Adelante.
Thank you very much for inviting me back, Patricia.
JoCasta, is your 5th year in the state capitol. Tell us how this journey has been and what are the most important parts of the service that you are providing to the community.
So it's my 5th year in our state's capital, and it is still very rewarding work. to be the first Latina woman elected to the state legislature. You know, now I'm not alone. We have elected our second Latina, our third Hispanic to the state legislature with the election of Republican State Representative Jesse Rodriguez. And that's a good thing. Our politics are very different, but it is a good thing to have that diversity in our state's capital, a voice for our growing, fast-growing community in Wisconsin. But it continues to be a huge challenge right now.
What have been the big issues that you consider have been the core of these 5 years of you? And what are the other little things that are the daily task and that you have to be paying attention to all those too?
Right. So as the representative for the largest Latino community in the great state of Wisconsin, I am really seen as the go-to person, the leader on immigration policy in our state. And so that is often, especially now being on Adelante and speaking to our Latino community, I feel compelled to update you on where we're at with things like our driver's cards bill for undocumented immigrants. I reintroduced that just recently. We introduced it last session as well. It did not pass into law, and that's something I'm always needing to explain to many of my constituents in general. But just the process, that they need to understand that, you know, many times I'll run into a constituent who'll see me at El Rey or just out in public, and they'll ask me about licencias. ¿Qué pasó? Because they think simply introducing it means that it is a law. So I find myself kind of explaining the process that we have to try to get it to a debate, to get it to the floor, to get it to a vote.
Yes. How far away is Wisconsin from other states that already have an ID for immigrants that helps in so many ways? How far away is Wisconsin on that? How many years do you think will pass before it can be achieved? And just to look at the most important benefits for everybody on that.
So one thing that I tell people around the driver's cards for undocumented immigrants bill in Wisconsin, it's not an immigration bill. It's a public safety bill. It's going to benefit everyone, whether you're a fifth-generation U.S. citizen here in Wisconsin or a first-generation immigrant. This is about public safety, making sure our roads are safe, that we have people who are driving who have gone to the DMV and taken that test, proven they know the rules of the road. There's language in it that says that if you get a driver's card, you have to prove you've purchased auto insurance within 30 days if you own or lease a car. These are good things for all Wisconsinites to make sure our families are safe, our children are safe, we're safe as we drive home from work or drive our kids to school in the morning. So it's a good thing for all of us. Whether or not it's going to happen in Wisconsin, you asked how far away we are from it, I'm very concerned. Last session, there was some good movement on immigration, even within the Republican Party. This session, I find us getting angrier. I feel that I see a lot of anti-immigration sentiment, anti-Latino sentiment from national figures like Donald Trump, and it has hurt us. It has hurt us in this state. Last session, we had one Republican co-sponsor. This session, no Republican legislator stepped up. Not even our Hispanic legislator on the other side of the aisle. No one stepped up to sign onto this bill to make it a bipartisan effort, and that's very concerning.
It is. What other things have occupied your time during these years? I know that you take also families' requests, personal requests, that I think is at the beginning and at the end one of the most rewarding parts of your work. What else is going on with you besides facing this very important umbrella that will open in so many ways the life of Latinos, that is immigration? What other things on education, what other things on social justice that you are facing every day?
Sure. Absolutely, for everybody, and not just Latinos, but for all Wisconsinites, education is a huge issue for us across the board. And so I find myself always fighting for education, whether it's higher ed, which our UW, University of Wisconsin system, took a huge hit in our state's budget this year, whether it's K-12 public school education. You know, we are the fastest growing community. The Latino community is the fastest growing constituency in the state. We need to make sure that we have the resources invested in our education to make sure that we're growing our next generation of workers and leaders. And the cuts that we have seen in this year's state budget you know, in the last sessions and the session before, is it's devastating to education. Thus, it could be devastating to our fast-growing Latino community, which is still a very young community. We need to make sure that we have sufficient educators and sufficient resources in education for our young people.
We have just 1 minute left for this interview. JoCasta, what is the future for you? What are you seeing there? Do you want to continue going up in your journey, in your political journey, or what else is in there for you?
Absolutely, I absolutely do want to keep moving forward and progressing. It's important for us to have representation in our state. It's important for us to increase the number of Hispanic state legislators here. We still have not elected, we have never elected a Latino state senator here in Wisconsin. That would be a huge goal that I would have, not just for myself, but for our community. It's very important that we have a voice represented in the state Senate. And I would be honored to be the first Latina that we sent to U.S. Congress representing Wisconsin, of course, when the great Gwen Moore decides that she's done. But it would be an honor to be able to step up and be a congressional candidate one day.
That's just wonderful, JoCasta, to hear that. And I hope that everybody is listening, because it has been a lot of work in your representation, and we are very happy to have you here today. And we are looking forward to the next interview.
Thank you.
Es una exposición para enseñarles que hay valor para los inmigrantes. Immigrants have value in the United States, that they're contributing members of society, that they are working hard, and we see them in different places working. We see faces, we see these people, we hear about them, but we really don't know them. We don't know how they're feeling. We don't care. As a nation, at times, we lose sight of their individuality, their own personal experience, their needs and desires as human beings. And that's the part that she wanted to show, from the journey to the crossing to settling in the United States, and then their own experiences in a variety of contexts.
Global Partners Running Waters es una organización que apoya a pequeñas comunidades de Latinoamérica que carecen de agua potable y otros recursos básicos. Sister Jan de esta organización y estudiantes de Dominican High School nos acompañan para hablarnos de los proyectos actuales. Sister Jan, Eddie, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Sister Jan, tell us why Global Partners mission is so important.
Well, our mission for Global Partners is to build relationships through collaboration on water, food, and health projects in Latin America. And in today's world, we're just looking for opportunities to build a better world, a world a little bit more, a world full of love. And Global Partners gives us that opportunity to reach out and to be in relationship with people in Latin America.
Erin, how did you reach Global Partners? How this relationship started?
Well, we were planning a trip to Guatemala through school, and our teacher knew of Sister Jan, and she thought it would be a good fit for her to take us on this trip and to introduce us to the project and help us establish a relationship with them as well.
Sister Jan, what are some of the current projects that Global Partners Running Waters is focused on right now?
Well, always our main projects are water projects, and we just transferred a project from Pachoy to Piedras Negras in San Andres Zacabaja, because we always work through Caritas Pastoral Social and the water team in Guatemala. And the project in Pachoy, we found out that the people really weren't collaborating the way they should be. So the director of Caritas asked if we would change our priority to the people in San Andres. And so this is the project we're working on right now, trying to bring water to 72 different families.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Irene, what was your experience? How was this trip for you?
It was amazing. I love seeing and meeting all new people, and it was also really good to see all the differences Sister Jan has made there we would go to cities and towns, and people would just thank her for the work that she's done, and it was really inspirational.
That sounds like something that I have heard before. Sister Jane, I can see in the website that there are many other projects, and you also are having new partners in your goals. How is it going?
It's wonderful because now I have a younger person helping me with social media. So that's great.
Yeah, well, we can see that in the website, that it looks just...
Especially Facebook, so we're asking everyone to come and take a look at our Facebook page now.
I like us.
Right. And we're also partnering, well, it's the first time I've partnered with Dominican High. It was their first international service project. A new partner is the National Garden Clubs out of Oregon, possibly the National Garden Clubs in Florida, and several different schools, the Rotarians from West Dallas. Every year we have a few new partners and lots of individuals.
That's just wonderful. Erin, tell us about the trip. What areas did you visit? How long it was?
Well, we went for just a little over a week, and we went to 3 different towns. The first city that we went to, we visited a school there that had never had visitors from America before, so it was really nice to make that connection with them and establish a relationship. And then next we went to another city where we actually were able to meet with a school that is also a Dominican school. So it was cool that we were able to meet a school with the same founders as us. And finally we went to Antigua, where we visited Transitions, which helps people with any disability issues. And that was really inspirational to help them there.
I heard that you are also working now with the idea of providing purifiers to schools, not just to families. Is that a project of Global Partners, or is a project of some others of the organizations that have joined you?
Well, we partner with Clean Water for the World out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. They came to one of our global partner family picnics a few years ago, and they asked if some of the students from Marquette who were going to Guatemala, if they'd be willing to carry these water purifiers over. And we place those purifiers in school, and it makes such a difference to how many children come to school because they have water close by. Then they don't have to spend their time hunting for water before going to school.
You also mentioned in one of these meetings that we were attending that you guys are finding every time more efficient purifiers and less expensive purifiers to serve bigger sizes of populations, including schools.
Right. People are always coming to me and saying, have you seen these purifiers that Cabela's has, or some other store?
Some other ways. And you actually are taking some of those with you when you travel.
And people are gifting us, saying, here, would you take this to a village? And it can purify 1 million gallons of water.
Oh, wow. That's just wonderful. Erin, how different is the life in Guatemala in comparison with your life in America?
Well, definitely one of the big differences is the water. That it's hard to imagine living there full time without having the water supply that we're used to here in America. It was difficult just amongst those 7 days, but it really makes you realize how important it is to have it, and you really wish that the people there can have it, and that's why we're part of the project.
One of the things that is still amazing me is the sound of the water when you open the faucet. In Mexico, just in Mexico, we are not talking, to other countries whose probably needs are, higher than in the place that I am coming from. Just the sound, I still looking, and this is Wisconsin. We are not talking about Arizona or the border states where they also struggle with water, but there is a whole structure in this country to be provided. But just to open the faucet every morning and the powerful sound of such amount of water that is coming is for me like, this is a different world. This is a world of water in comparison to the places in other parts of the world where there is totally the opposite situation. Or there can be water, but it's not clear water.
I remember little Teddy, 8 years old, after hearing about the need for water, he said, all I have to do in my house is turn around and take 2 steps, and there I am at the faucet. I don't have to walk 2 hours to get a jug full of water.
Just a jug.
And so younger children are so aware of a new and different reality.
Well, Sister Jan, Erin, it's such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia.
Y al final de un programa más de Adelante, por favor déjenos saber sus comentarios en nuestro teléfono 297-7544 o escríbanos a nuestra dirección de correo electrónico en adelante@matc.edu. Y visítenos en nuestro sitio del internet en mptv.org y en Facebook. Soy Patricia Gómez, gracias por acompañarnos.